from Buckskin Beach. Say hi. Hi.
After waking up from her afternoon nap one of the days of our trip, Michaela must have spent an hour taking a bouncy ball, kicking it, chasing it down a hill, catching it, re-throwing or kicking it, and then repeating the entire thing again. She was so exhausted, but it was so funny to watch. Everyone in the park loved her.
And can you blame them? We're the youngest people in there by 15 years. Everybody wants to tell us about their grandkids the same age as her.
We did have one exciting little story, probably the second or third day of our trip. Mike, you care to share what happened?
Well, you see what happened was, there I was, floating in the lake, minding my own business.
How far out in the lake were you, dear?
150 to 200 feet.
Okay, it's pretty far.
Yeah, not too far out into the river. But close enough that a pontoon boat decided to go between me and the shore.
Why is that a problem?
He caught my rope, whipped me 3 or 4 times, and then started to drag me with him. And I look over and there's Nicole, my wife, over on the shore screaming at the boat, yelling at him to stop. Oh, but we survived. I had to jump in the water because it was taking the raft. And
how'd that water feel?
the water was cold and very deep. And it took me a while. I'd say it took me, I don't know, a minute or 2 to get to the shore.
More than that, and most importantly, what did you save?
I saved my wife's water cup. I saved her fancy cup with the metal straw and everything. The drink was a gunner. Had a nice vodka tonic in there, and it was now full of river water. I floated down the river quite a ways.
What did you learn from this experience?
After that, I started using a lot less rope. And when a boat would come by, I would try to paddle my way to the shore.
Down the river. Life is good.
Do you see boats? Out here in the point at Buckskin Park, throwing rocks in the water, watching the ducks, and the boats. Where's the boat?
You want a boat someday?
We had an awesome time at this park, and we will definitely be back. Michaela loved the sand and the water, although the waves scared the heck out of her. Hopefully next time she'll get a little more comfortable with that.
After leaving Buckskin Mountain State Park, we decided we were going to stay at some BLM land, but because Michaela was being so good in the car, we kept going and decided to try to chance it and see if we could get in at Picacho State Park for 2 nights. And we pulled in, and sure enough, we got one of the last spots available. Welcome to Picacho State Park.
I didn't have super high expectations for this park because I feel like we drive by it on the highway all the time, but we were super impressed with how beautiful it is. The first night we hung out around the site, but the second day we went and explored a children's cave, which was a really short hike, followed by a little bit of fun on a playground that was right next to it. We'll let this video speak for itself. From there, we spent a lot of time together in the fifth wheel because it was 94 degrees outside. A lot of throwing around the ball. And in between that, we would take little walks around the campground, stopping to cool back down again in the air conditioning. The sunsets were incredible, and we also enjoyed a couple of fires after Michaela went to bed. And just like that, we were out of there. However, these are both parks we plan to revisit.